Don't get it twisted that whatever is happening right now in Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and now Nepal is all because of income inequality. That is the biggest problem of South Asia as a whole because the rich are only getting richer and the poor are only getting poor. Even in our parents' generation, if you had a degree and if you got a good job, it was able for you to like change your socioeconomic status with the job and the salary. But now, if you think about it, it's impossible. It's impossible for someone who wasn't born into privilege to, up level their socioeconomic status without connections and privilege, even if they go out and get education. And it was shocking to me that even in India, which I consider India to be much better than Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Nepal in terms of like the financial situation and the economic progress, it says that the rich and poor divide in India is now worse than it was during the British era. And this was shocking to me because you would think that the British era would anything now would be better than what it was in the British era, but that's not the truth. The divide is so big that education cannot even bridge that anymore. And when I was watching this movie, that was the first time that made sense to me. Because he's a driver, like he plays a driver in this movie of a very renowned privileged family, and he also has a bachelor's degree, and so does the rich family's daughter. But you will know that the two people will land in very different places just because of their sheer privilege and where they were born at. And I often try to talk about this here, like talk about income inequality. And a lot of the times I hear that people say stuff like, labor is so cheap back home, like that's why life is so easy. And I'm like, do you know what that means though? Like, you know what that means, right? Like, because why is the labor cheap? Because people have no other option. People don't have jobs that are going to, give them a decent salary. And as a result, we have people working for like 100 rupees per day, and they're most of the people make 100 rupees per day. And that is why the labor is cheap. So I feel like there's a lot of nuance that is missing. And I think that a lot of the times we are only thinking about ourselves and our lives. But if you look at the bigger picture, the income inequality problem is a uniquely South Asian problem. And it's only getting worse and worse because 1% of the population holds like a majority of the wealth. And the rest of the people are literally like fighting for their lives to even make a living.